She married me. She said yes. We gave each other high fives. And then we went to the beach. No, I've been planning it for a while, so she had no idea, but it was crazy. I mean, I was nervous up until asking her wasn't the most nervous part. Getting everything ready, talking to her family again, and everything was the most nervous part. Was the most nervous part for me. But I mean, it was pretty crazy. I mean, you think about it when you get involved with somebody for a long time like that, and you don't know how it's gonna go. But it was. I mean, my knee still hurts from being down on my knee for so long because she was crying. But it was. I mean, it was great. I got pictures of it. I had a photographer kind of in the bushes a little bit, so I got pictures of it.
Yeah, I was about to say, sounds like you really planned this out. Kind of walk us through what was all planned.
So I started planning it beginning of January because one, I knew All-Star Weekend comes on Valentine's Day. So if you want to go somewhere, you got to start planning early because everybody's getting out of town on Valentine's Day. So a lot of places are packed, jam-packed. So my plan was to talk to her dad one more time before we left. Of course, that plan fell apart. They ended up being late, and she got off work early, so I couldn't go see him without giving off the tip. And I ended up having to wait till they left the house and then call him and ask him to stop at a gas station because he was leaving. And I had to tell her I was going to Walgreens. So I had to run to the gas station. I ended up talking to him in the cold at a gas station. That was pretty crazy. And then everything else went pretty much according to plan. Down in Cancun, they had, like at the hotel, they have like a little lagoon. They have like little boat rides they give guys or people when they first check in the hotel. So I asked them if I could get it on Sunday afternoon and take us to like a secluded spot where I could kind of ask her. That's pretty much what happened. It was kind of fake though, because she likes to take pictures when we do stuff like that. So I had a photographer come and say we were doing a photo session just so that way I would be able to capture it. She didn't know I was going to ask, so I let him take pictures for like 10 minutes and then I popped the question in the middle of it. And then, like I said, she cried. I was on my knee. The ground was hard. I asked her to say yes or no so I could get up. And then we had another day there, so we enjoyed the day.
What's her name?
Lauren.
Where did you first meet Lauren? How long?
She went to college with one of my best friends. My best friend since like second grade. We lived like our back of our houses were pretty much right behind each other. I went to go visit him down in Corpus Christi. I was at home in off season in Dallas, and he was like, "You can come down and work out with the guys on the team down here to get away from Dallas a little bit." And Corpus has a little beach within itself at that time, so I went down there to see him, and he introduced us because he worked with the women's basketball team and she played basketball. Introduced us, and that's how we met. And then I was in Utah at the time, and crazy thing is her best friend I didn't know at the time already lived in Utah, and I had no idea. So one day she said, "Hey, I'm in Utah," like through Facebook or something, and I didn't believe it. And then we kind of kept in touch after that, and then it kind of just turned into obviously getting ready to get married.
Did you let any of your teammates know before? A number of them were married.
George knew, John knew, Rodney Stuckey knew. I mean, pretty much everyone on the team knew that I was doing it. Everybody knew except for her. The other girls on the team, she had came for the visit, and they already knew they had to hold it in. So that was pretty fun. For everybody to kind of hit her up afterwards. Like, I already knew, I was just waiting, da-da-da-da-da. So, but yeah, I had ran it by George and Jan just to get ideas early. Well, not George, he's not engaged, but Jan and Rodney and Big Dog. I had talked to Big Dog about it, about ring decisions and stuff like that, because I had no idea what I was doing. So I figured it out, though.
What's the best advice a teammate gave you about getting engaged or picking the right ring?
As far as getting engaged, they just told me most of the time when you feel like it's right, it usually is. Like you don't. That's not something you just wake up one day. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna go buy a ring and give it to somebody that I don't want to spend the rest of my life with. I don't think that's something anybody does. So, and they were right. When I felt like I knew, and I never second guessed it again. Once it came across my mind, I kind of realized I wanted to do it, and it's been a long time since 2009 we've known each other. So.